why I'm wearing glasses because I normally don't. Blue light hurts my eyes now. So yeah. So I'm wearing blue light glasses. Oh wait, I gotta tweet the deets that we're live. Jeez. I forgot to do
This
that.
is what happens when you wear blue light glasses.
I know. I
The blue
know.
light was hurting your eyes. The
I
red light, the
know.
light was just destroying
I know. I know.
everything.
It's terrible. Yeah, it's terrible. Um welcome to the show, everybody. Um Tonight I'm joined by two very special guests. Joining me again is my good friend B, or you know her as Literary Trope. And joining me tonight for the very first time, this is somebody that I met at the Bad Batch book signing,
Yeah.
which was really cool. Award-winning cosplayer Dina. Dina, how are you?
Good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. I know how excited you were for Maul, so I was like, you know what, I gotta have Dina on for Maul. So yeah, and then B, you were excited for Maul.
I took notes.
I can't wait.
I have actual notes here for you guys. I came prepared.
Okay, okay,
And only half of them are questions.
that's fine. We will try to answer those questions as much as we can, because I have questions too. So, um, yeah. But before we get started, Dina, tell us a little bit about yourself and your nerdy journey.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I started cosplaying during the pandemic.
Mhm.
But before that, I got into Star Wars through the prequels. So when it came
Nice.
out in theaters, I remember seeing the poster of Anakin when he was a little kid and seeing the shadow of Darth Vader. And I was like, okay, I need to see this. I don't know what it's about. But after that, it was no looking back. And so fast forward, I have been cosplaying since the pandemic. And yeah, it's been fun. I've gotten into comics and between Star Wars and Marvel, just all
Mhm.
around. So, yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I know you and I have kind of been going back and forth on threads, especially about like the DC Absolute Universe.
Yes.
Um, and I 100% support your idea of an Absolute Vixen series. I think that that would be incredible. Um, yeah, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
And so you got in with the prequels. How old were you when the prequels came out?
Ooh, I was in high school.
Okay. Yeah.
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 Yes. Yeah. So I'm a little up there in age, but yeah. Um,
Nothing wrong with that.
I remember seeing it with my classmates and just being like, okay, all right, what is going on? Like, I started hyper focusing where I was like, okay, so you know, this was before, it was during the internet, but like for the most part, it was just waiting to see what would happen next. And once
Yes.
I got to Revenge of the Sith, and I was like, oh my gosh, that was who he was going to become. And I'm like, no. And part of me was like, I wish it didn't happen. But then it's
Yeah.
like, it had to happen in order for the storyline to follow through. And so after seeing the prequels, I immediately started watching the original
Mm.
trilogy. And I was just like, okay, all right, so what next? Just seeing how Anakin falling to the dark side and then also seeing Luke's journey and
Mhm.
seeing how he's trying to mend things with his father. It was so relatable and so
Mm.
just amazing. And
Yeah.
I just I still geek out over it.
Nice, nice. So I have to ask you,
Mhm.
and B, I don't think I asked you this one either, but I'm gonna ask you this too. But Dina, what is your favorite Star Wars movie?
Revenge of the Sith. It has to
That's
be.
there are
Yeah,
no wrong answers. There are
yeah,
no wrong answers. Yeah.
yeah. Just seeing Anakin when he was walking up the steps with the 501st
Yeah.
to the temple, just that moment. Even when they had it re-released in theaters, watching that, it gave me chills. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, it was a pivotal moment. So
Yeah. It's one of those movies where you're rooting for him not to do what he's going to do, but you know he has to do it. Like,
yes.
yeah. B, like I said, I don't think I asked you this question. What is your favorite of the
Oh,
11 movies?
oh gosh. So I don't know. I feel like when I was a kid and I was introduced to them, I wasn't really introduced to them like in the right order.
Mhm.
And I was also very much influenced by my brother, who's 6 years older. So whatever his favorite thing was my favorite thing.
Okay. Fair.
So pretty much, for a long time, I was like, I'm obsessed with Ewoks. So favorite movie because of Ewoks. But I think now the one I could watch if anyone was like, "Do you want to go watch a Star Wars movie?" and I'd be down for. I have to say Andor.
Okay.
And
Or
or
Rogue
not,
One.
sorry, Andor, Rogue One.
Okay. No, that's
And
fine.
then you have
Yeah.
to follow up with Andor before and after.
Yes, yes, yes. Um, for me, it's a tie actually. Return of the Jedi has my heart. Like I love that movie so much because it's getting the band back together for like one final thing. Plus Ewoks, like come on, they topple an empire. And then it's followed so closely by Solo, which is a completely underrated movie. Um, yeah. So, um all right. Just a couple of quick announcements, or just one quick announcement. Next week, there may or may not be a live show. I'm out of town. I'm actually in my hometown for a small convention for the weekend, so I'm excited about that. It's Anime Ocean City. Dina Mark Thompson's going to be there.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I'm going
Yay.
to get him to autograph Sanctuary since Lamar signed it. I'm like, I need him to autograph this book. Um, yeah, and I might bring in a High Republic novel to get autographed too. So yeah, we may or may not do a live show. It depends on hotel Wi-Fi. It depends on all sorts of stuff. We're also going to be with one of our friends. So we're attending the convention with one of our friends who's a cosplay guest for the convention. So she's going to have a booth there, and you know that should be fun. Um, and then the week after, we will continue our live show with more mall fun. Um, I love how we have Mall Mondays now. Like it's something to look forward to, Mall Mondays. Um, and how like even like the Star Wars like social medias are like, yeah, it's Mall Monday. Um, there was no live show last night. I apologize for that as we were at the orchestra because they did Encanto in concert, which is the only way I want to watch that movie from now on.
Nice.
Uh, it's so good. It was so good. And I was wondering where they were gonna take the intermission, and they did it right after We Don't Talk About Bruno, and I was like, "Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect." Anyway, let's talk about space since we're in a space mood. Should we talk about Artemis, Project Hail Mary, any of it, all of it?
Yes.
What do you wanna talk about? Dina?
Uh, so I have to make a confession. I haven't seen Project Hail Mary
Okay.
yet.
Okay.
Uh, but Artemis, yes.
Yeah, yeah, we'll
I,
talk
I
Artemis then.
I'm all for because I'm all for learning all of it.
Um, yeah, I well, real quick before we get into space, I have a question to ask somebody on this panel. Did you get your Olympic tickets?
How much time do you have?
I mean,
So,
we usually slate for 2 hours, so
okay. So, long story short, no, I do not have
okay.
Olympics tickets because LA 2028 botched their ticket sale process and did not control or account for the fact that like local pre-sales are going to be so big.
Oh, geez.
So I was in drop one, which is the very first drop. There are different time slots. I had the first time slot in drop one.
Yeah.
Only, I would say 99% of the tickets were sold out before they started the drops.
Jeez.
There are 5 million people in drop one. It
Holy
continues through like the middle of next week, and there probably isn't anything left. So the only tickets for the closing ceremonies left are $5,000.
oh.
I was hoping to get like I had a few like wish list sports I would have wanted to like I knew like I wasn't going to get gymnastics, like that wasn't going to happen. But fencing was sold out, equestrian was sold out. The only thing still available were some prelim basketball games, prelim archery, cricket, and some soccer. But a lot of them you're going to be spending $300 each on a ticket to an event you don't want to go to in Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
So there's news coverage out there about just how much they botched it, especially in local
Okay.
pre-sales. But they aren't like no international people are going to be able to go. The opening ceremony, swimming, gymnastics, all those are 100% people who live in LA, which to me like takes a lot of the magic out of it. But I
Yep.
was so excited. I got the email saying I was in the drop one lottery. I literally cried. I was at work in the middle of a meeting, saw a notification on my watch, and like got a little teary because I'm very, very much into the Olympics. So
Well,
no, I don't have tickets. I honestly do not expect that there are any tickets still
Yeah.
remaining. And there's 4 million people who have yet to log in to try to get them in drop one.
so no handball for B.
Oh, handball was sold out. Like pretty much when I say like over 99% tickets were sold in the pre-sale, I'm not exaggerating.
No, I get it. I get it. I was just being
I know. But yeah, it was ridiculous because I'm like, oh, fencing is still good. Because like fencing is fun. I used to fence. But if you haven't fenced, you have no clue what you're watching and it's boring because the rules are weird. The rules are weird and they're different for the different swords you use. So to see that fencing also sold out, like weightlifting was one of the first ones to go too.
Okay.
But yeah, I wasn't going to spend $300 a ticket to go to Oklahoma City.
No, I don't blame you.
So
So
respect to Oklahoma City. But no, sorry, that was a downer. I was so excited. I kept going through the pages thinking maybe I can convince myself to buy these tickets. And I'm like, no, I'd be spending money on something that I don't like.
yeah. Yeah.
And they're
I
not
get it.
releasing more for opening ceremony or gymnastics or anything. So I think it takes a lot of, they've also just screwed the whole international tourism aspect of the games too, because that's why you
They
want to
have.
host them, right? Because you have people come in and spending money, and now it's just locals who
Yeah.
are going to drive home afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even want to get into that discussion
No.
right now.
So, sorry, I don't want to be a downer, but hopefully
downer.
the good news is they put, if you don't buy, each person's allowed to buy 12 tickets, which is like a whole other mistake they did because people are just going to be trying to resell. But
Yeah, it's
the good news is they might be replenishing some of them in future drops. And if you haven't bought 12 yet, they put you back into the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
So there is some hope, but I know everyone else I know who's in drop one isn't even going to log on.
Okay, that's fair. Well, I guess you have a better shot at getting banana ball tickets to see the Savannah Bananas than you do LA Olympics tickets. All right. So, space is cool and we're going back to the moon. How are we feeling?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. It's amazing how I'm trying to think when was the last launch that we had that
Like, are you talking about the like going to the moon?
no more of like oh gosh, like for me the last time I saw like a physical launch was in Florida. I think it was like in the early 2000s, and just the aspect of how just globally everyone has been so excited to see what's going to happen next, and just the camaraderie, and just even with social media, like I think recently NASA is now on
Yeah.
Threads.
They joined yesterday.
Yeah, and they already have millions of followers.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, they're there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. B.
Yeah, I mean, I had the live streams on in the background like 24/7, essentially. So someone said it's funny because if you're working with it in the background, you had like your comfort white noise
Yeah.
interrupted by like random talking that was a jump scare every time. I like the only two times I'm patriotic are Olympics and like space. So I was crying like 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Like not just I just am like it's so pretty. Or the photos come out. Like I did a little like splashdown thing where I went to Trader Joe's and bought like everything with like moon or space in the title. So I had half moon cookies and then they have like their little rocket like Cheez-Its,
Yeah.
which I like destroyed those. But yeah, I was texting like I had so many group chats and we're like, the parachutes are open.
The thing that scared me the most was the 6 minutes of loss of signal on reentry.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was scary. That I was waiting. I'm glad they had a countdown for that because
Hmm.
it just yeah. I'm like, please, we need to hear audio. We need to
Hmm.
all clear. Everything's good.
Hey, Mandy, how's it going? Um, yeah, it was crazy because I was talking to my parents about this, and I said a lot can happen in 6 minutes. Like a lot can happen in 6 minutes, especially when you are on reentry like that and you can't control what's going on at that point. Like you're a bullet fired from a gun, like on reentry like that. Even the 42 minutes on the dark side of the moon, that was scary too. But
I went for a run during that
oh,
because I
really?
wanted to get my mind like off of it. So I had like my phone out, I was going on my trail, lost contact, booked it, did my there and back. As soon as I stopped running, I pulled up YouTube on my phone again and just like watched it as I walked the rest of the way home. One of my favorite moments though, because there's so many great moments, but I remember on Friday, the astronauts were trying to get they're going to be 30 minutes early on starting their checklist. So I think it's funny that like you need approval to start 30 minutes early.
Yeah.
And they asked, do we have permission to like disconnect the toilet?
Yeah.
And Mission Command, I'm like watching it, and Mission Command's like, you have permission to disconnect the toilet. And then they start fist bumping each other. And I'm like, what is happening? What are you whispering to each other? But even at the pre-entry press conference, and they're like, if we can't bring love to the stars, why would we go? I'm like,
Mhm.
guys, who like
Yeah.
was there an essay to like apply for this job? Like, did you have to write poetry? What's happening? Because you guys are all just like brilliant and
Yeah.
beautiful and poignant all the time.
Did you did you hear the Jim Lovell thing? Where he
Welcome
was
to my neighborhood.
yeah. Oh. And just hearing them talk about how like um you know how we are on a spaceship, like we're on a spaceship, and like they talk about how like when they're looking out that window they see the beauty and the majesty of the earth, and like I posted on Discord because and I was about to post this on social media too, where I was saying to myself like we should all be excited right now, but we're so caught up in all of this crap that is going on in the world that I mean, come on. In 2 years' time, we're going to see somebody set foot on the moon. That's something that our parents saw, not something we saw. Or we've seen footage of it, but they watched it live. We get to see that live
I mean,
in
you're a
two
lot more
years.
optimistic than I am, given that SpaceX has the contract for the moon
Yeah,
and has like nothing to show
yeah.
for it yet.
Hmm.
But I mean, I definitely don't think it will be in 2 years. But
I,
I
I mean,
think there's,
yeah.
I don't know, but there is excitement. I am excited. I unintentionally started reading When the Moon Hits Your Eye,
Nice.
like the day before they launched. And so that's been kind of fun to like
Hey, Jackie. Yeah.
have that because there's a scene where like a billionaire tries to get on a rocket to the moon. And he's like, suck it, Elon and Jeff. And then he like gets killed by a chunk of like moon cheese. And so there was something where it was like,
So
I'm going to be the
moon is
first person
cheese.
on the moon since the Apollo astronauts. And I'm like, we did have a billionaire get there first, and that makes me happy. In real life, we do not have a billionaire there first.
Um. Also, when is NASA going to sell Rise plushies? Because I think we all need a Rise plush.
They're in production. Did you see the
I did
post they
not see
made?
that. No, I will take a look at that.
So essentially, probably in 2 months.
It's a NASA timeline.
That's what they said. 2 months. So they have to contract with outside vendors,
Yeah.
or else the money just automatically goes to the treasury.
Did you see? Did you see? One of them kidnapped Rise from the spacecraft so that they didn't want him to like be alone in the spacecraft when they do the breakdown.
Yeah, Reed Wiseman, and now they're
Yeah.
calling him Riseman
Riseman.
because of Rise.
That's awesome though. I mean, it's crazy to think that we're going back. Like it's just absolutely crazy to think this. And that means in our lifetime we're going to see somebody set foot on Mars. I see that face, Dina.
It's just because the other day I was just looking up about the rover, how many
Yeah.
rovers have been sent over there, and just yeah, I'm wow. And then also I'm thinking about the movie. Oh gosh, I'm terrible with names.
The Martian?
Yes, that one. Yes.
Such a great movie.
And I'm just like, oh my goodness, we're closer than further than
Mm-hmm.
the past. So wow.
Have you watched For All Mankind?
No, no, but I need to add that to my list.
It's very good. It is very good. Because one of the storylines is them trying to go to Mars.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very good. It's on Apple TV, which I never thought Apple TV would be my sci-fi go-to, but it really is. Even though I can't stand Severance. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I've never seen Severance, so
You're not missing a lot. It's very complicated. Yeah. Anyway, so amaze. I did start reading Project Hail Mary today, by the way, B. So I'll let you know how it is or what I think of it. I think you froze, B.
yeah. Oh no.
Yeah. It's okay. She'll be back.
See, you guys dropped for me. So
Oh.
it was really just me then.
Yeah, well,
Sorry, I'm the problem.
there's no windstorm this time, like there was the first time.
There's nothing happening outside, but who knows?
Yeah.
My space here also just randomly shut off like 10 minutes ago. So for all I know, that there's weird electrical stuff happening in my old house.
Nice.
I heard, so last I heard was you said that you just started reading Project Hail Mary. Are you reading
Yeah.
it or are you listening to it?
I'm reading it.
Okay.
I picked up the book today while we were out. I picked that one up and The Martian because I'd never read The Martian either. And I was like, you know what? I want to read both of these. So he's just woken up and he's trying to get into the command module part of the ship. So he doesn't remember who he is just yet. And that's all I'm going to say because I don't want to spoil it. But it's an amazing movie, and oh my god, it's so good. Anyway, let's talk Darth Maul, our favorites. Tattooed baddie is back. He may or may not be in charge of a crime syndicate. and he's being chased by the cops,
As one does.
as one does. Yes. Um, Dina, I want to get your spoiler-free thoughts before we dive into this, and then B, I want to get your spoiler-free thoughts. And one of the things that um because B, you're more of a casual Star Wars fan, which I think is really cool because I want to see like what it is from like a casual fan's perspective. Like it does that.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't sound rude with that.
No, I mean, you know me. Like we've talked
Yeah.
about this before. You know exactly the level of casual that I
Yeah.
am.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, totally. So Dina, your spoiler-free thoughts on the first two episodes of Maul Shadow Lord.
So as of now, all I can say is I am all for Maul's revenge tour, and I'll leave it at that. Just he,
Fair.
yeah, he, yeah. Without spoiling, I'm trying to think of a way to just kind of verbalize it. And it's like, yeah, that's about it.
It is a revenge tour. It is a revenge tour. It's an interesting revenge tour, I will say that. B, your spoiler-free thoughts.
I think I was confused by a lot of things.
Okay.
And I feel like an episode would end and I'd be like, I can't tell you what just happened because I feel like not a lot did.
Okay, fair.
But they're short. I think it's visually, I love it. I
Mhm.
like that has the intrigue.
Yeah.
And it has me asking some questions. I don't know if this would be counted as a spoiler, but I have my first note was cool font,
Yeah,
and then Duel of the Fates never doesn't slap.
that is true. So Duel of the Fates is not really a spoiler because they actually did that in the trailers for the lead up to the show. So, but yeah, I mean, oh my god, that intro, oh, so good. Um, well, you know what? A spoiler free thoughts for me. I loved it. I love the crime noir aspect to the show because this is completely different. Like this is very different. Um, I'm going to save a thought for when we dive further into the spoiler discussion because something isn't something there's a decision that's been made in Star Wars media recently that hasn't sat well with me. And we'll get it. You know what? Screw it. We're diving into spoilers. Um I want I okay, I we'll dive into this here in just a second. I am tired of seeing Jedi that have survived Order 66.
It's valid.
Yeah.
It's understandable. Yeah.
Because I feel like it doesn't have an impact as it should anymore. Because it seems like in every project now, especially set during this time, somebody else survived Order 66. Like, how many more people have survived this damn thing?
It
Like,
makes me wonder if it has, sorry,
no,
if it has
you're good.
something to do with the path that was mentioned in Kenobi,
Yeah,
maybe. Or I don't know if they're going to tie all that together, which would be nice, but I get where you're coming from.
yeah. And you're right, Jackie. It should be about 100 survivors. But the thing is that it feels like it's a lot more than 100 survivors. Because it seems like, I mean, even in Tales of the Underworld, we had the one that teamed up with Ventress. Like come on. B, how are you feeling about this situation?
I I kind of the same thing. Like as soon as it was like, oh, my apprentice, I sent someone here. I'm like, this is the same story we have heard over and over again. That's probably been done better elsewhere,
Yeah.
and has me thinking like, how much of this is them trying to continue threads that they've placed elsewhere, as far as like, oh, I want to do this story now the way I want to do it.
Yeah.
It did have me think a lot about. I feel like there's Star Wars in general relies heavily, I think, on this idea of continual like child trafficking among religions. So like, let's be real,
That's true.
the
That
Jedi
is
are
true.
just child traffickers.
No,
And then now that was my kind of my thought again. But I'm like, okay, this is intriguing, but is it going to go down the path of expanding lore and giving us a story we haven't heard before? Or is this
Yeah.
going to be, we're going to take a bit from this show and combine it with a bit from this show where you feel like you're going through like a formula copy paste?
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what I forget the character's name, what her name is, but it's going to be interesting to see her story and how she fits into Maul's revenge tour. But let's talk about the revenge tour. We start this episode with a heist and some people getting shot and some police robots getting shot and Duel of the Fates slapping. Dina, take us away. Like, you two discuss the episode. I'll jump in.
Okay, from the get-go, one of the things that I noticed, that maybe it's because I'm a bad fan, one of the Dathomirian men, the way he was acting, it reminded me so much of Wrecker. And like when he tossed the droid out of the, or not the window, but out of the port, and he's like yelling, I'm like, okay, that's Wrecker coded. That I'm all for it. The spy bot is very messy when it comes to just, he, you can tell he loves drama, and I love it, because I'm just like, even when you get to, I think it was in episode 2, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, sorry about that, where you see Maul kind of pet the spy bot, like just like the evil villain when they have like a pet cat or something.
Yes.
It was reminiscent of that.
It is very Bond villain coded. It's very Bond villain coded. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I guess just that scene when Maul makes his entrance and hearing the music, and also knowing that Sam Witwer's voice has been used for the lightsaber, and that's Maul's voice, like,
Mm-hmm.
or his scream, so to speak. So I love
Mm-hmm.
that detail. So
Yeah. Yeah. B, go ahead.
Yeah, I think a lot of questions. I mean, I always love some good bad batch references. And of course, as soon as I enter something animated, Eric, you probably know my first question going into something animated.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead. What is your first question? I might or may not know.
Oh, you're going to know this one. Are we going to see Captain Rex? Is always my first question. He is my boy. I have no clue where this is on the timeline. I cannot visualize this at all. So for all I know, he's dead or a baby or whatever,
So Rex at this point is he's fishing for sandfish with his boys Wolf and Gregor
Okay.
from Rebels. Um so yeah, Rex is happily retired. He's got the Santa Claus beard now. And he's fishing. He's in a desert fishing. It's weird, but it's great. Um
I love that for him.
yeah. So you're not going to see Rex. I apologize. You're not going to see Rex.
Are you sure about that? If we see Rex, I feel like we need to do it. If we see Rex, what's going to happen here?
If
Need a
we see
wager.
Rex, okay. If we see Rex, I shave my beard.
Okay. If we don't see Rex, what do I do?
Okay. If you
I
don't
can't shave. I
see-
mean, I could shave my beard.
No.
too, but-
You're good. If we don't see Rex, I am going to have you read one of the worst EU Star Wars novels ever.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
I'm going to have you read the Bounty Hunter War trilogy.
Okay. 3 of them. I have to do an entire
Oh,
trilogy?
yeah. Well, no.
Is that equivalent to a beard?
I mean,
Like,
this
how
did
much
take
is a
me a
beard
while
worth?
to grow. This did take me a while to grow. Which actually I'm gonna shave this anyway, so it's fine. No, so okay, actually, how about this? How about this? If we see Rex, you recommend a book for me to read, and I have to read it.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
And if we don't see Rex, I'm gonna recommend a Star Wars book for you, and you're gonna have to read it.
Okay.
Okay? Is that fair?
Okay. So now I guess the next question is, are we going to see Omega? Because she's my girl. I
Do
see
you want to
somewhere.
answer this question?
Please entertain me and correct me on my ignorance.
That's fine.
Uh,
This is why you should take the bet without telling me any of the background information. You do not know how to wager appropriately, Eric.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to give the background information. I apologize. Dina, Omega, yes or no?
oh, she's gonna be up in age, so maybe. I don't know. And if I mean, I think it was Brad Rao that made a comment that there is a callback to the Bad Batch something, but he didn't elaborate on it. So
Hmm.
maybe it
Well,
would be nice though.
if we see Omega, that would be great. That'd be great. But I want to see crazy Uncle Wrecker with her too. Like,
And Crosshair.
oh yeah. Crazy Uncle Wrecker, sane Uncle Crosshair. I mean, you know, I would love for Tech to still be alive, but we don't talk about that. I know that's a touchy subject for us all. And we can all blame Saw Gerrera for that because it is Saw Gerrera's fault.
I blame
Um,
him for everything, so
yeah, yeah, he's huffing those chemicals from Andor. Like it's just um okay. any any other questions?
no, I'm like looking through the rest of my notes. I apparently wrote nothing down for episode 2.
Okay,
And then it ended on I was like, I cannot tell you what just happened in that episode.
okay, that's fine. There were a
I
lot of
was like,
chases.
I wrote coffee with droids. I don't know why I wrote that. Coffee with droids. And then they named the cop Lawson, question mark.
Lawson.
Like, it's just the complete opposite of any name in any Star Wars property ever. And then I want to be in the writer's room and they're like, we have a cop. It's like, what's his name? Lawson.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little background on the Lawson thing.
Okay.
The actor who plays Wedge in the original trilogy is Dennis Lawson, so that's why they named him Lawson. So it's actually a throwback to Wedge.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
acceptable, but still, it was a choice.
It is a choice, and I love that he's a single dad too. Like I love that he's a single dad. And like he comes home for 5 minutes and his kid's like, Sup, dad? He's just like, hey, sup. Like
Are we going to get a I'm not throwing away your dream or my dream, I'm throwing away yours moment?
probably. Um all right, so we have the ambush on the rooftop. Maul takes out the cops and everything. And they escape, which that chase is absolutely incredible, by the way. And so then we go to Maul's secret lair where we meet Vanessa Marshall's character, who is the one remaining member of Death Watch. It looks like. And then we have some Zabrak henchmen, and Maul hatches his scheme to set two mob bosses up against each other. So yeah, Demos and Vario.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What did we think of the awkward dinner scene between Demos and Vario?
Oof. Um, it was good because like it you could feel the tension
Yeah.
and also just knowing that as they were setting out the platters, I started picking up. I was like, oh no, I think I know where this is going. And as soon as they put the last platter down, I was like, oh my gosh, this is not good. Actually, am I getting ahead of myself? I think was that episode 1 or episode 2?
The
Or
meeting's episode 1.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
And just that part, I was like, oh my goodness. And then seeing Spybot, outside, that's, cackling and giggling, like, okay, giving you the play by play, and also just seeing that the view, uh, his point of view was
Mhm.
really cool to see. So
Yeah.
yeah, very very tense moment.
Hmm. I love how Vario is the one that's so comfortable with everything that's going on that he actually digs into the food,
Yes.
whereas like Demo is like really cautious about it. Um, where didn't we see Vario's species in Resistance also? I think he was like his species is on the Colossus.
Let's see. Think so.
I think
Um,
so. B, what did you think of the awkward dinner scene?
I don't know, like I don't have a ton of like the background
That's
context.
fine.
So I feel like I couldn't really appreciate it the same way that you guys do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I I think they did that betrayal thing in season 7 of Clone Wars. Yeah, it's in season 7 of Clone Wars because that's when it's in the middle arc with Ahsoka and the sisters, and Maul's involved with the Pikes, and he ends up like kind of betraying like all these people, so that's why like the Pikes are after him. That's why like Vario and Demo are like the way they are, or Demas or Demos are the way that they are. Did you find that B? I mean, D.
I'm looking now.
Okay,
I'm looking. I'm like, yeah,
sorry, I'm juggling names
You're
tonight.
fine. You're good.
Yeah. So yeah, it was an interesting thing, and then I did love a pure mafioso moment. The head in the basket was just perfect. Um, my wife was watching it, and she's like, "Oh my!" Like, "Oh oh my!" So
yeah. That was very dark.
yeah,
So it looks like the character's name is Grevel or Grevel,
yeah,
Grevel,
yeah,
from Resistance. So yeah,
yeah. He's the one that Kaz runs into quite a bit and has some issues with. Um, yeah. Which, if you like the sequel trilogy, watch Resistance. It's a great show. Shameless plug again. Yeah. So we have a gunfight that breaks out at this dinner. Started by Maul and Spybot. Um, and then we get the death of Demos, which that was shot and animated beautifully, by the way. Like that entire sequence is gorgeous. And then we get a chase scene with Vario's speeder getting destroyed and him getting rescued by the cops. Well, go ahead, Dina. Are you there? Yeah, you're good. You're good. Thoughts on the speeder chase?
that was very intense, especially when right in the moment where you think it's going to be, curtains for oh gosh, I get the names mixed up. So the little guy,
Vario.
yeah, Vario,
Yeah.
um, and then Lawson shows up with two boots, and it's like it's the way they animated it. It was so well, and just the choreography of how the
Yeah.
speeders were moving, and you could feel like this could happen in real life.
Yeah.
And but yeah, when Lawson and Two Boots show up, and it's like, oh my goodness. But then when you see the Zapper, when they open up the back of the speeder, and you see them with their big guns, and it's like, oh my gosh. Like I was yelling at my screen. I was like, everybody duck. Oh my gosh.
I
It
love
was,
how their first instinct was to close the speeder door on the cop speeder, like as soon as he starts shooting.
yes, yes. Yeah, yeah.
B, thoughts on the speeder chase?
Yeah, I think it just kind of followed the theme of like, who am I supposed to be rooting for here?
Yeah.
Because like I don't know, I'm not entirely sure still like what's going on. I probably should have had some context coming into the show. Because I'm kind of still like, why are we here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, why are we here? What are the stakes? And I think that's something right now that's like not very clear is what are the stakes,
Yeah.
especially for both sides, because I'm like, I don't want to root for a cop, but am I supposed to be rooting for the cop? Like,
The problem, so I'm going to make a prediction now. This is typical Star Wars animation that they do, where they will get you so attached to a character that they end up just killing that character off. So I feel like Lawson's going to be one of those characters where we're like, oh, we love this guy. He's a single dad that's trying to hold it all together, and oh, great, now Darth Maul killed him. Like, like it's just one of those things.
I just hope it's not one of those like the two sides team up to defeat the greater evil, and I'm really hoping we don't get that.
I don't think we will. Not with this. I don't think we are, because this is strictly Maul doing what Maul does best. Like, we get a wonderful we get some wonderful interactions between Two Boots and Lawson, who are our favorite buddies right now. Richard Ayoade playing Two Boots is perfect. Like, he's so good. He's so funny. And then they share calf together,
Yep.
which I think is great. Yeah, and then we get Lawson going to an information broker. I don't know how to describe her other than an information broker, asking about the Shadow Collective. Meanwhile, a Padawan's in jail for trying to steal something. And Darth Maul tries to break into the jail to get Vario out. So, yeah, that's pretty much the episode. And then episode 2 is Maul causing more shenanigans and or goings on. We get the escape from the jail, and the Padawan attempts to escape Maul's custody. That's about it. Yeah.
The scene where right when I think starting in episode 2, the way they animated the tunnel scene where they're just exchanging fire, and it was so cool. Like the color grading, everything. Just I hope they get as many awards as they can with the way they're animating. The animation team is doing such a great job, even with the music as well. The Kiner family is doing amazing.
The Kiners are, outside of, I would say, John Williams and what Ludwig Göransson's done with The Mandalorian, the Kiners have absolutely nailed Star Wars music. Like, they're so good. I mean, the incorporation of Duel of the Fates with Maul's theme, and just, I mean, all the different themes. I mean, they know how to like when Lawson goes in for the information broker. Like, are you okay?
Yep, I'm fine.
Okay.
It was background noise.
It's fine. When Lawson goes in for goes into the club for the information broker, like hearing the music there, like it's so different. It's so good, and the animation is perfect. I'm gonna let you all run with the conversation now, and talk about your favorite things, and then I'm gonna jump in whenever. Yeah. Anybody?
I'll start.
Okay.
Sorry, we're having that moment of like, who's gonna go first? Yeah, see, this is why you have to assign people things.
I'm sorry. Forgive me.
I think for me, and this is going to be maybe a weird one, but like I'm excited to see more investment into animation, into animated shows. I mean, you guys, Eric, I'm a huge Arcane fan.
Yeah.
I want more anime things because I think especially there's a lot of things when you get like sci-fi and like magic and things together that look really silly if you try to do it
Mhm.
live action, especially with some makeup and things. So I'm really hoping that we're going to see more investment and more continued investment into some more of these like animated properties and just being able to do things that are really, really cool with it.
Mhm. Yeah. I will say this. I think that you couldn't do this show live action. It has to be animated, in my opinion. Like it has to be animated. Dina, a few of your favorite things.
Um, I agree with B about the investment into the animation standpoint or animation with Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, I really want to see stuff that we may have seen in the books become
Yes.
either live action characters that we may have been in the EU come
Mm-hmm.
into the main continuity. That would be great, especially for those who, if they want to get into the
Mm-hmm.
animation, live action, it could be a good gateway, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And especially for myself, I'm like, I was reading the oh gosh, the Aftermath series and
Yeah.
seeing how with everything going on with that, I'm like, okay, are we gonna get, we had Tales of the Underworld and stuff like that. It's like, are we gonna get a continuation to where maybe we'll get some information about what's going on with the First Order, how that came about?
Mm-hmm.
Does Maul have something to do with that?
Mm-hmm.
Because it seems like everything is all interconnected. So, um, yeah, I just want to see everything just come together. So, yeah.
I love that you bring up Aftermath because that trilogy, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it because I don't like the narration in it, like the active like second person it feels like, or active like third person. Um, but the Jar Jar story in Aftermath, oh, it's so good. It's so good. Like I would love to see that animated. And give me Cobb Vanth animated too. Like I want Cobb Vanth animated. Um, he would be great for this show too, by the way, Cobb Vanth. Over under on seeing our boy Embo, even though he's going to be making his debut in The Mandalorian and Grogu next month. Um, over under on seeing Embo in this show.
uh, Me or
That anybody.
I have no thoughts on this.
Okay. Embo wears a big hat.
Let
It's
me
great.
Google him.
Yeah, yeah. You're gonna love Embo.
EMBO.
I,
EMBO. Embo.
I'm excited
He's a
because
cool looking guy.
Yeah.
he is. Yeah, I'm trying to remember because I'm trying to go into the Grogu and excuse me, the Mandalorian and Grogu movie without watching too many videos, but I
Yeah.
think from the trailer he does remove the Mandalorian's helmet. And
Yeah.
so if that's the case, I know somebody they're gonna end up fighting somehow, some way, and I'm here for it. But I would like for Embo to survive though. Kind of like how what was it? Oh gosh, what's his name? It's not
Hmm.
Cobb Vanth, but oh my goodness, he's a bounty hunter.
Cad Bane?
Yes, Cad Bane. Just like how they kind of left it open ended with Cad Bane. I know it kind of beating a dead horse, but I want Embo to survive. I would like
Mhm.
to see more Embo in live action. So
So when it comes to characters that I want to see in Maul Shadow Lord, I want Cad Bane in this show. Like I think he would be perfect for this show. Um, and then you could tie it into the Bad Batch because you could talk about kidnapping Omega.
that
It's
too.
not the same, but he could talk about it. And at that point, you could bring in Fennec too if you wanted.
Yeah. Or
Um,
they could have a reunion where Omega does show up,
mm,
and then they have that awkward conversation of, "Oh, you remember me? Yeah, I remember. Oh, yeah."
Somehow tech returned.
yeah. Oh,
I just like I want Star Wars to take like more risks than it's doing.
I get it.
And I think that's what I like. I want to, and of course, like we saw what happened with the Acolyte. And
It was a huge
part,
risk.
part of me wonders if, like, when I said they kind of been taking things, part of me wonders if
I
part of this
thought
plot
that.
line is going to be like, oh, this is what we would have continued with in
Mhm.
some sort of spirit.
Yeah.
But I don't want to keep seeing the same villains over and over and over again. Like I want them to really introduce
Yeah.
a
Uh,
lot more cast members and things, or at least do some permadeath
yeah.
coming up
Uh,
because I think they rely too much as an intellectual property, like on resurrecting people and on fan
there.
service.
That's true. Hence my beefs with Order 66 also. Amanda says Dryden Voss would be great for this show. I would love to see Dryden Voss. And Kira. Kira would be fantastic as well. Tie that into Solo. I was also thinking Prince Shizor from Shadows of the Empire would be a great one to introduce to this show because he led Black Sun for a while. Um, but you're right. Like, we need new villains. We need to take more risks. The underworld is full of villains, and they just need to bring them out. Like, that's the big thing. They need to bring them out.
Do you want to know what
Um,
I now want to see?
hmm.
We're not doing any over under on this one.
Okay, it's fine.
Give me an Ewok crime boss.
I would love that. I would love an Ewok crime boss. I would also love a Jawa crime boss too. I think that would be great too. Um, like working with the Pikes or something like that, like kind of having like this uneasy alliance. Ewok crime boss. Now there was an Ewok slicer in one of the books, so there
You're just
was.
trying to get me to read something now. You're just going to be like, there's an Ewok in it.
Okay, I'm gonna sell you on a book real quick because of one thing. I don't care. I don't know what anyone says. I want Mace Windu to have survived Revenge of the Sith. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. You know my thoughts on this, Jackie, but I will. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, the book I was going to recommend real quick. It is the book when Han marries Leia. It's called Princess and the Scoundrel, and there is an Ewok bachelor party.
Yes. Okay. Don't sell me on this. I have too much to read. You
This
cannot
is
sell
your
me on this.
priority. This is your priority now.
Gosh, like you're giving me like a book. There's gonna be kissing. There's gonna be an Ewok
Oh,
bachelor party.
oh
Like
yeah, it's great. It's great. Well, it starts off as a rebellion bachelor party, and then the Ewoks crash it. It's amazing because Lando's just like, yeah, no, I'm washing my hands of this situation. Like, and Han's like, are you gonna do something about this? And Lando's like, no, I'm good. Like, just gonna sit and drink my drink. There may or may not be a fire that happens. Who knows? Who knows? So yeah, Princess and the Scoundrel. It's a good one. It's a real good one.
I'm not,
Because also, huh?
I'm not gonna ask if Captain Rex is in that one.
I'm having to remember now the book now.
If he does, I'm gonna lose it.
I think he's at the wedding.
Is he really? I was just like making a joke.
No, because he's on
he
Endor. He's on Endor for the final battle. Because there's in Return of the Jedi, there's a rebel trooper that has a white beard that they named Nick Saint. But then Dave Filoni's like, oh yeah, by the way, that's Captain Rex. So I think he's at the wedding, but they don't like mention him, but he's at the wedding.
They
So
know
there's
we
your
love
Captain
our
Rex.
boy.
I know that you love your boy Captain Rex. I know everybody loves Captain Rex. I mean, he's a great You know what? Here, do I need to mail you my Captain Rex minifigure?
Oh my gosh, that's
I'm
amazing.
kidding.
I love that you have it
I
within
know.
reach too. You're like, why are you so obsessed with Captain Rex? Within reach, do you want to see my figurine?
My wife's favorite is Captain Rex. Also, her favorite clone's Captain Rex.
They know what the ladies want.
Yes, Rex and Cody. That's true. Rex and Cody. Mine is Wrecker. I love my boy Wrecker. In fact, I'm repping my Wrecker shirt right now. Anyway, we were talking Maul and we lost track. Hence,
I did
that's what we
Google
do.
how Maul survived getting cut in half.
Yeah, it's anger that
And I saw the answer of figure it out, and I'm like, that's very Star Wars coded.
So so if you're wondering, yeah, so they hey Brennan, how's it going? Echo's great. I do love Echo. One of my favorite bits in Bad Batch is when the Martez sisters are like, is there an Echo here? And then Echo's like, I'm Echo. Like um yeah, let me see here. So yeah, he survived on his anger and tapping into the dark side. And then like he made his way to the garbage planet. And then that's when Savage Opress, his brother, finds him. And that is a creepy episode of Clone Wars. That is a real creepy episode. It chills
Don't
just
watch
thinking
it in the
about
dark.
it. Yeah, don't watch it in the dark. No, 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 no. Okay, so I believe this takes place a few years before Rebels. I'm thinking because I think this is right when he's about to climb the ranks of Crimson Dawn. I think so. This is around Solo. This is around Solo. So, okay. Any other thoughts? Keep talking. Let's keep talking. Let's keep going.
Let me check my notes because.
I'm sorry if we're all over the place, Dina. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. Um, let's
We're
see.
always all over the place.
Sorry.
Don't apologize. It's fine. We need Dina to come back, B. So don't apologize.
No, I hope that this show has the opportunity to go in like a really dark direction and does
Oh,
it.
I think it will.
That's what I want. That's really, really what I want. And I feel like they have the opportunity to make something really cool if they want to, and they have
Yeah.
proven that they are able to do that. But the big question is, do they want to?
I mean, Bad Batch got dark.
Yeah.
Bad Batch got very dark.
Especially towards the end, with one of the characters that, yeah,
Yeah.
I remember. I did not know they were going to do what they did. I'm not going to spoil, but if they went that far with Bad Batch, I wholeheartedly believe that with Maul, it's going to get really dark. Especially
yeah.
even with the first episode, because for me, like droids, in my opinion, I feel like droids are sentient, and so they seeing that droid's head in that platter and knowing that they woke the droid up before sending the droid's head. So it was like they knew they were going to be, you know. So yeah, I feel like it's going to get dark, really dark. I don't want to see the spy droid get taken out, but if it does, I hope they have like a like really epic kind of demise or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brennan says this is between Order 66 and Solo. Okay, yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Because my wife was asking me and I'm like, I think it's before Solo, but I can't remember. Because Rebels got dark too. Rebels got real dark towards the end as well. Jedi Knight, that's all I'm gonna say.
Wow. Wow. That.
Yeah. Yeah. Bring in some stuff back there.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
That was a tough between that episode and the episode after that.
Yeah.
Those two.
Yeah. Not going into that one.
But yeah, I think if they really wanted to push boundaries, they can. It just depends on if they will, or if they're going to try to make it like, I don't know. I think for me, one thing I was paying attention to early is droids.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are they going to try to go in like a camp route with droids? Because I'll admit, like, I dislike most droids.
Yeah.
I really do. And I think a lot of them are a little too annoying. And then they're like, oh, this worked in this one property. Let's make all the droids like this now.
Yeah.
So it really depends. And then now I'm like, cop, droid, is this essentially an AI cop? And then my brain kind of went into that loop of like, does ACAB include droids? So that might be why I missed some things because my brain was like fixating on that during the chase.
So I think the only droid that we're really going to get camp from, I mean, Spybot's going to give us a little bit of camp because it's kind of like dark camp. But I think Two Boots will give us a lot of camp. But I think that's just the way Two Boots is programmed. I can't see the other droids like being that way. Like I think that they're going to be just normal droids. Um, but I will say this: if anything happens to a Gonk droid, I will riot because I love my Gonk droids. I I love these little guys. I love these little guys. I've got all sorts of stuff here on my desk, B. I got all sorts of stuff here
Turn
on my
the
desk.
camera around.
I can't. It's attached to my laptop.
Still issue.
I'll take I will take pictures of my messy desk and
Okay.
send them to you.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, and if they introduce BD droids, nothing better happened to those little guys. That's
Okay.
all I'm gonna say. How can you not love this? How can you
It's
not
more
love
like
this?
I dislike most like humanoid droids.
I get it. I get it. Like
Like I might be the only person on the planet where I cannot stand.
that's fine. C3PO is annoying as
Like
shit.
he annoys the hell out of me. The second I saw one of those droids in this one, I was like, oh, please get blasted apart soon. Does that make you a purple person?
No. As a droid builder, yes. No.
Well, like Jar Jar gets all the hate. What about C3PO?
A lot of issues have been caused by C3PO. Yes. Yes. Mandy says, "Don't forget the dark ending of Clone Wars." Yeah, that was a real dark ending too.
Yeah.
That was pretty dark. Because we got to see Order 66 again.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah, and even when they show all of the markers with the helmets, that part, and knowing that Rex and Ahsoka had to dig all of those, that was very, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then when they pan to the one helmet that I was like, please, I don't want to see this one helmet, and of course that one particular clone, I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Not going to spoil it, but watch Clone Wars if you have not watched Clone Wars. It's
Now I do have a question.
Sure.
So I've noticed this. It keeps getting mentioned throughout the show about getting the Empire involved. Do y'all think
Mhm.
that there is going to be a moment where something happens and the Empire has to get involved and they get in trouble for it, or is, because Two Boots has mentioned it multiple times. He's like, protocol, we're supposed to,
Yeah.
you know.
I honestly, I think Two Boots is going to make the call. Even though I think he doesn't want to, he's going to make the call. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw ISB, like if we saw a few of the agents from maybe even Andor,
Okay.
possibly. What do you think, B?
My first thought was they're saying this to plug people claiming it's a plot hole.
Okay, fair.
So if people are like, well, why don't they just do X, Y, and Z? The show's like, this is why. But I defer to your guys' expert opinions more than that. But that was my first thought is they're trying to prevent people from being like, this is a gigantic plot hole.
I get it. I get it.
Especially
Chat,
like, would the show still work if the Empire was involved?
I don't think the first 2 episodes would work as well if they were involved. What do you think, Dina?
It's like a catch-22 because it's like,
Mhm.
well, if the Empire gets involved, then it's like, okay, you have to go back and think about the shows or the movies that have happened before and after, and it's like, okay, they don't mention what's happening in Janix, so it's like,
Yeah.
it's in its own little bubble. So yeah.
I'm thinking that if they do bring the Empire in, it's maybe it's Rampart, even like maybe they can tie it into Bad Batch, and do Rampart maybe. Because I can't see Tarkin getting involved. Like I can't see Tarkin getting involved. I could see, Yularen getting involved, and the ISB. Actually, I just figured this out. This would be the perfect opportunity to bring in Asard from the X-Wing novels because she was ISB in the X-Wing novels from the old EU. Like you could bring in Asard and she could be like the main Imperial baddie. But I don't know. Chat, what do you guys think? What do you guys think while we're talking about this?
Have they said if this is a limited series or not?
It got picked up for season 2.
Yeah, the Empire will come in on the last episode.
You're probably right.
Because my next question was going to be like, do you think he'll survive the end? But I guess we have that answered right now.
I mean, he'll survive the end because he's got to get killed by somebody down the line.
Mhm.
But will he survive being killed?
We don't know anymore. Like we don't know.
Somehow he survived again.
It makes me wonder if Maul will have something on him, like, or like have some dirt on him or something, to where he has to be like a puppet, so to speak, for Maul.
I'm. You mean Lawson?
Yeah, Lawson. Yeah, Lawson.
Oh,
So like if
oh
because
yeah.
they've already interacted with each other, and even when Maul was just like he had his his tunnel scene where he's just wreaking havoc, and he just punched him, and I was like, wait, hold on, what?
Yeah.
He just kind of knocked him out. I'm like, okay, something's
Yeah.
gonna happen. They're gonna interact again. So
I also feel like Maul's the type because we saw this in Clone Wars. Like Maul's the type to go after the people that Lawson loves. So I wouldn't be surprised if at some point Maul uses Lawson's son as leverage to get Lawson to do something.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Either Maul does it himself or Maul gets Spybot to do it. Like that's what I'm thinking. Because like he's probably wondering who this guy is now. Like and trying to figure that out. So or he'll also maybe use two boots against him too. Like who knows? It's all up in the air. We're only 2 episodes into this thing. And I think this is going to be 8 episodes?
I think it's 10.
10? 10?
Yeah, we get 2 episodes each Monday.
Okay. I love the Maul Mondays, by the way, like I said earlier. It's such a great, catchy thing.
You need your like Cinnabon. Like we need to make it really like a mall Monday. Get like a big pretzel.
I did have an Annie Ann's pretzel earlier. I did. Those things are awesome. No, yeah.
Say though that the episode titles are kind of intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
We have one, Chapter 9, Strange Allies.
Yeah.
Which has me intrigued.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be those episode titles are definitely interesting. And I think that they are just they're going to give us some insight into some things, but at the same time Star Wars loves to throw things off with episode titles. Like they love to do it. Like the Phantom Menace, everybody's like, "Oh, that's Maul." And it's like, "No, that's Sidious. That's the dude pulling the strings." Like so we'll see. We will see. Anything else before we wrap things up? No. Okay. Let's do a quick prediction. How many people are going to die this season?
A lot. Are you talking about main characters? Because if they have another season,
I think. There's a couple of main characters going down. Like there's a couple going down by the end of the season, but yeah, I don't know. But innocent bystanders, there's going to be a lot. there's going to be a lot.
More than one. That's my prediction. More than one.
Oh, real quick, let's talk about the we didn't really talk about the Jedi because I mean, I like her plot is just so minuscule right now.
I don't care about her. I keep forgetting she
Thank
exists.
you. Thank you.
And that's why I'm like, is this just kind of like an attempt to copy paste?
Yeah. Um okay, so I do want to bring one thing up while we're talking about the Jedi, and I did mention Order 66 earlier, but I get okay, I love this show. I love that Maul is doing his revenge tour thing. And this is going to kind of sound hypocritical, but I got to say this anyway. I am tired of seeing Force users in my Star Wars projects right now. Like, I am tired of it. Like, that's why I loved the Bad Batch as much as I did because there weren't like any Force users. Like Ventress showed up like once, and Kanan showed up once. Like that was it. I was fine with that. But come on, I'm tired of Force users. Like, give me a Star Wars project without them. Like, did Resistance? Yeah, Resistance did have a Force user because Leia was in it. So never mind. Um, yeah, that's just how I feel. Anybody else?
Uh, I kind of giggled a little bit when Lawson was watching oh gosh the Jedi oh gosh the little dinosaur. I'm really
Yeah,
bad at names. When he was using the Force and he's like, "Hey, you all right? Are you good?" He didn't even know what was going on, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, he doesn't even know." And even when he saw Maul for the first time in the on the holo projector, and he's like a laser sword, and it made me remember of what is it the Mandalorian when
hmm,
Den was like, watch it with the laser sword, whatever. It,
yeah.
that callback, but yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Are we invested in the Padawan story or no? Not really.
Kind of. I feel like something. I don't know if he's going to use her as a pawn, and I feel like either it's going to be he think it's going to go the way he wants it to go,
Hmm.
but it may blow up in his face and
Yeah.
may set him on that trajectory to where when we get to Rebels, how things are going.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because when we see him in Rebels, he's very broken when we see him. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for us for this week. If we don't go live next week, we will do it the week after where we'll talk about 4 episodes of Maul. Dina, thank you for joining me. B, as always, it's amazing to have you here. Hopefully you come back, Dina. Hopefully we didn't scare you off too much.
Oh no, y'all are good.
All right, cool. I'm going to be hanging out in Discord after the show, so please join me there. If not, have a wonderful week. And we will see you all later. Goodbye.